southaustralia.com and SA Life magazine, bringing you the very best of South Australia.
On today's show, we've got some adventures to try in the holidays.
This is so much fun. I didn't think it would be this easy, but it really is.
Michael has some gift ideas for garden lovers. Rosa whips up a cool Christmas dessert.
We've got a step-by-step guide for your Christmas entertaining.
And Grant takes us back to the days when our mall was a shopping street.
This film from the archives of the State Library was shot in Rundle Street just a few days before Christmas in the 1920s. Now, a couple of things caught my eye when I first saw this. The first was, you can see how busy it is. Of course, the city was the only place you could shop, so everyone had no real choice but to come to town to get their gifts. But what also caught my eye was something that wasn't there. I'll give you a few seconds to see if you can pick it. Did you notice? There are no obvious Christmas decorations. No baubles, no tinsel, no Christmas trees, and certainly no sign of Santa, not like the ones we see adorning Rundle Mall these days. In 1880, Adelaide's Christmas decorations consisted of sprigs of native tree and Chinese lanterns. There wasn't a sign of Santa anywhere to be seen. In fact, we have to wait until 1933 for the first John Martin's Christmas pageant for our first real sign of Santa. But even then, it took many more years for everybody else to get the Christmas spirit. Here's a photo of that first Christmas pageant with Father Christmas just about to arrive. If you look at the front of the store, there appears to be a large image of a sleigh being pulled by reindeer, and that's it. There's nothing else on any store anywhere in the street. The next year, there were Christmas trees, but again, it was only Johnny's that went to the bother of dressing up the store. By 1937, the decorations had become much bigger and far more elaborate. They stretched right across the entire upper-level shop front. A 4-storey high Father Christmas smiled down on the crowds, and many of the animals in this display had moving parts. Here's Rundle Street 1939, and you can see, still only Johnny's that's been dressed up for Christmas. The big Santa is still there, but this year all of the surrounding images relate to the founding of South Australia. Maybe the war had something to do with that choice. On the street level that year, one of the display windows featured mechanical dolls performing for an audience of other dolls. Apparently, children would stand there for ages, mesmerised by this. If we move forward to 1950, you can see the shoe shop next door has finally joined in, with a Christmas tree on their veranda and a banner offering season's greetings to all. But the street still doesn't look all that Christmassy, does it? Here's Rundle Street in 1956. Burke's the chemist has had a bit of a crack at Christmas now with a tree on the awning above their store, but everywhere else the decorations are a bit thin on the ground. John Martin still leads the way with its display. And here's what Myer had the same year. Do you think the security guard was there to stop people trying to steal those trees? By the late 1960s, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Cox Foy's department store on the left is decorated, a big red Santa and giant candles dominate Johnny's, and silver, gold and red bells create a Christmas canopy the length of Rundle Street and down into Hindley Street as well. And still, in the 70s and 80s, Christmas wasn't Christmas without a wander down the mall to see the elaborate window displays. Before I go, some rare film showing the way Father Christmas used to arrive at the Magic Cave. Instead of the sleigh and reindeers, Santa travelled in the chimney of a quite modern-looking house because that's how he gets in and out to deliver the presents. At the end of the parade in Rundle Street, what does he do? He hauls himself out of the chimney and uses a rope to clamber down onto the street. Obviously, no occupational health and safety for that Santa.
Next, great gifts for gardeners to find under the tree.